Hi, this is Abhiram. I think in my intro, I missed a point that I should mention. I have done my electrical engineering from Pune Vidyarthi Gruha's College of Engineering. And then I've done my post graduation from International Film School, Sydney. And now I'm working in the field of virtual reality. Well, so I was trying to come to this venue, all that traffic as we were talking about rhythm, listening to the rhythm. And as I was trying to come over here, I saw a college convocation thing was happening over there. I saw that and I started rethinking about 2011. So I completed my graduation in 2011 and we had this convocation thing, graduation hat, the certificate. It's going to happen to you very soon. And then there were these 40 of us who were standing with pride. And we were so happy that we have achieved something great. And now we have arrived in the market. So we were very happy. We were very proud of ourselves. And we clicked that moment. I have that with me in the camera. Well, then I was thinking about should I work in the visual media or should I work in electrical engineering? Where should I work? Because I was doing both the things. So I was giving few interviews for placement purposes. While doing so, after 4 years of electrical engineering, there was this technical genius from TIFR. And he asked me a very simple question in one of my interviews. He said, okay, tell me, it's a very simple question. How does electricity flow? How does it happen? So he said, it's a very simple question. I was very happy. I smirked. I was like, yeah, I can answer this question. I'm going to get, placement. Very easy. So I said, so electrons, flow, atom, all that. He said, right. So you mean electrons move from one place to another and that's how the electricity flows. So you mean that? What do you mean exactly? Tell me precisely. Right. So I tried to explain. And then he said, okay, fine. You have answered my question. But let me tell you one thing and ask you one last question. If that is how atoms flow and the wire is connected to the power supply in the circuitry, then tell me, does for a fraction of second, the volume of the wire change? I said, just a minute. I'm a bit stunned by this question. I'm not sure. I don't. Okay, right. So I came out. I was really upset with myself. Really, really upset. And I started thinking about the same. That one, what is really happening when I'm trying to go to the placement interviews, when I'm being asked technical questions which are application oriented questions, why can't I apply theorems and the formulas and the concepts and ideas that I have already learned? I have had my distinction here in my hand, right? And I was really upset with myself. So I started thinking, what has happened? I've had memorized all the formulas, all the theories, all the concepts. I was great at that. I was great at writing the same in the examinations. I was great in oral examination. I was great in the writing examination, all of that. I was very much in good books of the professors. I was a first bencher. No, I was. So I started rethinking about this whole thing. And then I was also thinking about my school days. I remembered, you all must have. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are, 2 threes are. You know, we have all done that. Mathematics paper, examination. 2 days before that, nightmare. So we have all done that. I can vouch for it, for sure. Yeah. So I was thinking, what is wrong with me here? What is happening? Let me tell you a simple thing that I could observe. First thing, I started looking at my friends, my colleagues, and I asked them a simple question. What's your experience? Is that the only thing that is happening with me? Or is it something that's happening with all of us together? So some of us who have had taken placement in hardcore electrical industry, they told me that what we have learned and what we are actually working on, there is a huge gap between the same. And we are not able to apply the same. So application-oriented approach is somewhat that we are lacking at. So I said, okay, it feels good to know that you're not the only one. So I said, fine, okay. Then secondly, I started asking few questions to my schoolmates. I said, were we afraid of asking questions? They said, yeah. I said, right. Were we unaware of the interconnections between two subjects? For example, it's simple. We have seen forts, right? And in the history, what we really learn about is wars and how they are fought and what has happened. Nobody really tells us here to build a fort, there is a mathematics there. So I have always seen Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj on horse, trying to go to a war, only those stories. So why haven't we talked about these things? Aren't they interrelated? Does physics has nothing to do with electrical engineering? Does it has nothing to do with sound? It has nothing to do with other parts? Like, why have we been learning these things in pockets? So as I was trying to figure out the same, I came across a wonderful experience which I got through virtual reality headset. I was in a museum and had a tour of the history of that nation, Australia, through the virtual reality headset. It had few fascinating features. First was 360-degree experience. So it's in my hand, right? Today you have a screen, you have a projector. You have to see what I am showcasing you. You can't be at the center of that venue and you cannot decide where you want to look at. But that can happen with virtual reality headset. Secondly, the field of vision. 120-degree, great, perfect. Third thing, interactivity. Amazing. Fourth thing, multilingual support. I want to see this in Marathi. I want to see this in English. I want to see this in Hindi. Possible. Great. Amazing. And then I started thinking, can I create a module wherein one can see a 3-phase electric motor One walks towards the same and disassembles the whole motor and tries to assemble it again. So I started working on the same. I tried to do so. I failed miserably at certain times, but I also was able to create certain great things about the same. And we had this module along with two of my friends who were also electrical engineers. And we took this module to one engineering college. And we said to the principal that, sir, this is the module that we have created. It might have capacity to go from not merely towards information, but it can create experience that might lead to insight. So I said, this must be learning application. We have seen that. We have done that. I said, just 1 minute, sir. So I tried that. And after trying the same, he was playing with that module because it's a gamified experience. One doesn't direct you. He was playing with the same for 20 minutes. And I was telling him, sir, please, I need to, move on. So he said, after removing the same, yeah, if one would have had taught me like this, I could have had achieved something much more. I said, sir, you have grabbed a great position. You are principal. It's me who is struggling, actually. So then we started working on medical sciences. Then we went to school curriculum and started working on that part as well. Let me tell you a great quote which really, really inspired us while working on the same. It's by T.S. Eliot. We have lost knowledge in information and wisdom in information. That is something. The textbooks are there. We have lots of information on web available. Great. But what about knowledge? What about insights? And you are going to get those insights after the life experiences. Rote learning is such glaring evidently here that we try to ignore it. We rely on our memory. I do understand. We should rely on memory, but then just mugging up things, just remembering formulas, and come on, after 4 years, we are going to be the people who are going to solve problems or offer services for the society like water management, like electricity management, like ENTC, telecommunications, satellites. I think it is very, very important to get these experiences which are unimaginable, inaccessible. It is very much possible that it might be impossible to imagine certain things. I cannot imagine the internal structure of atom. That is perfectly fine. Can you use this virtual reality headset and see the same, experience the same? Can you do that? Can you dissect a human body? Can you understand the nitties and gritties of the human body by doing the same by yourself? Can you dissect? Can you disassemble the electric motor? Can you disassemble a thermal power plant? And can you try to assemble it again? Why can't one understand photosynthesis by actually going inside the plant? Is that possible? Yes, it is. What can help us to do so? Virtual reality headsets can surely help us doing so. So we Me and two of my friends have been working on the same project for last 3 years and have been trying to create modules for engineering, medical colleges, pharmaceutical colleges, polytechnic colleges, and schools. And there is much there in the basket for the near future. Let me tell you a very simple thing. In our Oriental philosophy, there is much importance given to Anubhuti. What really happens is that when I start taking words like insight, everybody's thrilled. And then we talk about, our Oriental philosophy, Anubhuti, vagara, then it becomes a problem. Let me say that Anubhuti is a very important concept that one needs to understand. And hence, I feel that what we are trying to do here is with the help of virtual reality. We are trying to go to hamlets in India. Let them be Adivasi schools, let them be ZP schools, let them be ashram shalas, let them be international schools. Whatever they are, all the students who are learning over there are going to get the similar kind of exposure with the help of virtual reality headsets. And we are very proud that though we are from a privileged background, where I have had a very privileged childhood, I can avail a service wherein one can, without privileges, one can surely get access to knowledge. We learn words by rote. We learn words by rote, but meaning cannot be understood with the help of rote learning. One has to pay the price of life, blood, and it has to settle down in the fabric of your nerves. I think that's what we are trying to achieve. We are trying to take our journey from information to insight with the help of virtual reality. Thank you.